Hello, everybody, developers. Welcome back. We're live. This is Friday, May 20th, and this is DAO Weekly Community Call with DAO Genesis member Alex Shedogubov and me, Eugene MC. Welcome to the call, Alex. So let's start with the summary of the second week of May. What goals have we achieved on this week and May share with our audience?
So during this week, as usually, we've been developing hardly all the apps we have, upgrading the interface, the protocol and Oracle. Also, we are now kind of in a team testing the P2P platform that we are gonna launch soon. It's the first step of our bridgeless platform. Here we'll start from fight crypto exchanges in different countries. On agent scheme. So also during this week, you showed that we are now in Arbitrum ecosystem finally. Thanks our marketing team and Eugene especially who made this happen, and we are now here. And you can see not lots of projects there, and Envelop is #1 there. I think it's exactly the right place for us because we are the most developed protocol for programmable assets, and Arbitrum estimates us quite well, and here we are. And as someone asked me about the mass use case on the Citizen Cosmos, here in Arbitrum we got a minting platform, and it can be really useful for the creators who make their collections, and it's real simple. And you have no difficulty to mint any NFTs to connect with metadata. So it's maximum user-friendly there. And also a few days ago, we were invited to speak on Citizen Cosmos. There with the host Sergey, we shared the ideas, and it was nice to chat, to talk what we are, how we're gonna deliver it. Yeah. So it was a kind of new experience to have a kind of podcast format, like just a chat, not like more, not like interview style, but just talking of different, some funny stuff. So that's it.
Well, so Arbitrum Cosmos, please just look on this amazing video on Citizen Cosmos YouTube channel. It's linked on Twitter. It's easy to find. So Sergey Simonovsky is one of the oldest and cleverest guys in a web-free space with Russian-based roots, but all we are world citizens. So Sergey is very professional. I started with Metascope long. He was one of the first guys in Web3 I personally met when I joined the Web3 movement in 2017. One of the first conference, perhaps it was in St. Petersburg in 2017, in September. Yeah, I do remember this fact. So Sergey is amazing guy. So great to join. So Metascope has united all great guys in all his project right there, right now. Amazing.
And they also asked me how I got into crypto, and I should mention that I think my main intention in crypto was due to the book by Vladimir, which I read. It was about ICO, first book about ICO. At that time, I planned my first project, Pax Plus for logistics. And then there was written his phone, and I decided why not to call him. If he leaves his phone, then I called, said, "Hi, Vladimir, my name is Sasha, I got a project." And then we started our communication, and till now we have very good communication, and even a kind of friendship relation. So it's nice, like just in Web3, it's simple. You just read the book, you leave the contacts, and you communicate, make the deals, and find the people who think the same way you are. And through years, you still in this space and help to develop it, to deliver more tools and new ways of decentralization, as we do now in Envelop together. He's like an advisor, but very great advisor.
Definitely. By the way, Sergey Simonovsky had contributed also to the Metascope and other guys' book of Web3, the first part of Web3 book by Metascope and guys. Simonovsky was one of the contributors. And the second part of this book had been contributed by Vladimir Popov and me also. So Vladimir united everywhere. and I has remembered that first I met Simonovsky. Simonovsky was the first conference I joined in Web3 space was the Gullus Fund conference held in Moscow in July 2017, where I first met Simonovsky. And before that, Simonovsky was the second guy on my YouTube channel when I switched to making interviews in Web3 in 2017. First guy was Ivan Tikhanov from St. Petersburg, from Bits Media, founder, amazing guy. And the second was Sergey Simonovsky. So Sergey Simonovsky, the legendary person, so great. I really love to remember all this stuff there. By the way, let's go further. And the main event on the next week is going to be a liquid farming webinar. We covered liquid farming on our Medium. Please, I strictly encourage you to read this article, What is Liquid NFT Farming, one of the latest articles on our Medium. Then there is a link on an article about farming at all from September of last year, where we explain the main idea, and this picture shows the place of the farming between staking and lending. Very informative picture. So this webinar is going to be on the next week, and Thursday, May 16th, and 1 p.m. VTS plus free. I will be hosting there. Some of DAO Envelop team, Alex Kuzin and Dmitry Dimeshko, I hope will be joining there. So
yeah,
join our Telegram channel. You may find the announcement of this webinar in our Telegram channel, DeWeb Telegram channel. It contains the short agenda and the link on the Google form. You have to join. You have to provide it is free webinar. Just provide your personal data there, your address. Just register. It contains the agenda. We will be talking about what is liquid farming, how does it work, benefits, difference from OP farming. So if you are a farming professional, you have to be joining this webinar. It will enrich your knowledge about farming. And now let me ask you again. Let's repeat the advantages. Why a liquid farming enabled by Envelop is important for all farming fathers, for farming lovers, who are farming specialists.
yes. So as in Web3 and decentralization, the main principle is freedom, and here we deliver this approach to a farming tool. So as previously you were locked in combination of LP token and your wallet, or sometimes just your wallet and staking. And here you just need an NFT to have the right to claim rewards, to transfer this right when you transfer the NFT. And exactly when you transfer this NFT, you transfer not only the reward claim right, but the right to unstake the tokens. So you just make it all at one move. And why it's useful, because you will not lose any APY. Sometimes in any farming, there is fixed periods of time. If you take out, you just can lose APY, or sometimes you got a fine for taking out the liquidity earlier. And also now, if we are in Ethereum, you see the transactions are high again, and also it's cost saving. I think now will cost you about $100 if you want to unstake your liquidity from some pool or from farming, not less. And another thing, if you are a DeFi project and your specialty is to find best strategies, and you always need to rebalance the farmings and to readjust it, so much easier to do it with NFTs, like than making all that stuff with transactions, with losing APY and making your calculations more harder. Just here we got a much simpler mathematic model, and I'm sure you will benefit from it, and just join it. It's all ready to use and easier to use. And if you plan to have an IDO or ICO, whatever you name it, any public sale of your tokens, anyway, afterwards you will need your farming to offer for your community. And here is our solution, easy to implement and very fast to deploy. So feel free to contact. And not a long time ago, you can see the example on Shark Race, how they used our farming tool with their design. So simple and useful. That's it.
Well, let me add, I will put the link on this form in the description of this video, so you may easily find that, but better find it in our Telegram with the announcement. This webinar will be held on getpass.is platform, where we recently made an NFT 2.0 conference. So in this case, you won't be needing, you won't need an NFT, a sort of NFT pass. Just if I'm not mistaken, you will have just to log in by your address, just by logging your address. At least in my case was so. Okay, so Liguid Farming webinar, easy to join. Please join us. We're waiting more than 50 participants as well, so it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. What else, Alex? Do we have any information to share with our audience today for today's call? If we do,
yeah, it could be kind of announcement. So, because we are DAO and we plan to be as much open as possible. So, during next week we will open up a report on about expenses, so about funds we have left and run away, and all that info, how we deliver on our development stage, on our roadmap, our closest plans. So pay attention to our DAO web page, and there you'll find much more information. And we try to make the standards for DAO, how they should look like, what they should show their community, and to be DAO not just in words like many other do, but showing our example how it's in real to be opened to the community.
this sounds like a great achievement. So, if I'm not mistaken, this will be the first time ever, in our history, and we are going to publish a financial statement. What information it will include about what kind of tokens and funds? May you share?
It will be covering how we spend the liquidity provided by the contributors, like on development, like marketing side, business development, and liquidity provision, how it behaved. So it will cover all the expenses which DAO has and plan to have during the last 2 years and upcoming years.
Well, sounds great. So DAO is a open structure. It is governed by the community, of course. No any CEO, and but of course we have got a sort of team member, but I prefer to call them DAO Genesis member. Alex, one of them, and other guys. So that's all for today. So webinar, financial statement of DAOs. Good news. This shows that we are alive. We are well. We've been working. Team has been working, and on a daily basis, we deliver you content. And this weekly DAO community call, easy to join, ask your questions, like, share, subscribe, talk to us with ask your questions in Telegram chats, be subscribed on our Twitter, YouTube, read our articles on Medium. Every channel of communication with communities absolutely available for any formats of information, audio, video, reading, listening, even live talking for those who is available to meet our members personally. That's all for today. Thank you for watching and listening, and we will be stopping our community call. Thank you. Bye-bye.
And also, I should say in the final that read the book of Vitalik Buterin, More Money. So I just read the feedback from Vladimir Menoskop, so also downloaded this book, and tomorrow
what is this book exactly? How is it entitled? Let me
it's a kind of Russian version. I know if it is in English. The author is Vitalik Buterin. It's named More Money, or if in Russian, Больше денег.
Okay. Get it. So let me show the screen with the review of our Menoscope. It's written in Russian, but nonetheless it contains more money, больше денег, right? So it contains the link for Vitalik's book, and this link is opening right now. So easy to find for those of you who do understand Russian, or you may translate it by the Google Translate, of course. So this is and
I
review
was
and
thinking
read the
about
book.
this book to read or not, but when I read this feedback, I couldn't help but download it instantly, and I will start reading this part. And I think there would be lots of insight for everyone who's in crypto, because I think there's no need to say who is Vitalik and what he did for the crypto and how he's foreseeing the events for years up front. So anyway, there are lots of new thoughts and nice thoughts which can adjust your mindset, and especially for us like the DAO members, it's very important to find new ideas, and such ideas definitely would be useful.
Absolutely. I'm not sure, but is it the first book that Vitalik has ever written? Perhaps I do not remember. I did know. I
As
did
I
read.
said, first, not first.
Not first.
Something was in English written by him, and of course, lots of articles he written.
Great. I do remember that I have read 2 books about Ethereum written by a journalist, Out of the Ether and Infinite Machine. Amazing books, but sort of history genre of exploring how Ethereum was growing, and some detailed stories about this. So it's sort of half not fiction, but nonetheless. Okay, so read books from Vitalik Buterin, stay with us, and we are one of the avant-garde of Web3. We are united by great people who provide value for the great people. Thank you, and bye-bye.
Thank you, guys.